Took me about 30-40 minutes to get started. But I am getting started. I'm getting ready to start soon. I'm using a different camera tonight. I'm using this little thing that zooms in on the head, so I've got it moved back kind of ways. It still tries to zoom in even far back. I'm even using its mic, so I don't know what I've never used the mic before. So this is going to be the first time when I turn it on here to see what it sounds like. So that's why I'm leaving starting soon right quick. So I may have to change cameras. I don't know what I did with mine last night when I put it up. I don't know if it fell off somewhere, or I haven't got my elbow right. I'm going to have to adjust that as well. I just want to hear what it sounds like because it's waiting till I get online. And I see myself, so I'm on to mute. I'm 30 seconds behind, so I should be able to hear it. Woo, that camera has terrible audio. It's all fizzy. Let's see what we can do about that. I'll play with the filter some. I got room to move my mouse. I ain't hardly got room to move my mouse up here. Okay, I'm going to turn it down to about right there. We'll see what it sounds like next. Then I'm going to shut up. I'm going to unmute it here. And I'm going to mute the mic and turn it back up till it gets to the point where I fixed it. It ain't perfect, but I think it'll work. I might turn it down a couple more numbers. Hold on. Can't hardly move the mouse because it's in between the table and the computer. Now let's see. Okay, so here we go. Let me turn that down. I'm not going to be sounding great tonight. Let me make sure I'm in the right spot here. So I'm fixing to switch over to the camera. Let's move this mouse over some. Yeah, that should be fine. It's got perfect picture. But it just zooms in. It zooms right in on your head. Like if you're sitting in front of your camera, it's right on your freaking nose and eyes. I never did use it much because of that, but I have never used its microphone. Never. Let me see what I'm sounding like still. So I'm fixing to switch over to the camera. Let's move this mouse over something. It's a little... It still sounds staticky, but maybe it'll do. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of Gran Turismo tonight. And my phone's kind of in my face. Let me pull it down some. I'm getting a sup of water before I start. And it's thirsty and hot tonight. I think we're starting to warm up some from that cold spell. I can't take it. This one's about done, so I got me another one. Gotta get back to doing my exercises. I actually started them a couple of days ago, but past 2 days I ain't slept too good. I've been sleeping all day. Up all night, sleep all day. Hopefully I got Kleenexes stuck to me. I wipe my mouth off with a Kleenex. Of course it's a little tiny window. Okay. Sorry. I was late getting up tonight in a little bit, so I just got through eating a little bit ago. So well, I'm hot. I had to turn my air on. But you know, you can't turn it all the way on because, in other words, I have to keep the thermostat low. Because if I don't, it will freeze up. I don't like this camera like I like the other one. I don't like the fact that it zooms on your freaking head. Since I haven't played it in a few days, I'm going to do the... I picked one of them, a Toyota. I've told the story, my daddy didn't like Hondas and Toyotas. And I grew up hearing that. I tend to not like them either. Of course, I've never rode or drove them. I've never drove in one and I've never rode one. And even though I don't have a license, I have drove a car before. My uncle let me drive his car. His old car. He let me drive it for a little bit. I never told my mama. She still don't know. But I did drive go-karts when I was a kid, so I sort of know how to drive. Indeed, I drove it until I got too big for it, and I cried when I got too big for it. My daddy had already had it long enough. It was real short when they first got it. But they had it custom, cut, and extended. But when I got 6'3", I couldn't drive it anymore. I cried. That's the reason why I never did get a license. And then by the time I already got used to not driving. And you see, when I turned 15 and 16, I was rebuilding my leg from an injury. I was using a wheelchair, and even after then, I was still having to use a walker. And then I had to rebuild my strength. I didn't get it back to about the summer of '91 when I started swimming. So all 90 and 91, so I've been, 15 and 16. Been 14 and 15 actually. It's 90, up to August I would have been 14. And in the summer of 91, I would have been 15 going into 16. And I remember 92, I was 17. Because we had this learning to drive. I mean, I'm telling you, back when I was a kid, I'd sit back and look to when I was 16 because I wanted to take over. And I remember when he sold it. It was a 72 he had. And I was the one who dented it. I was the idiot that dented it. I was a little boy. And they left me in the car for just a bit. And I get over there in that car seat. I pull the gear. And it hits a freaking tree that's right in front of the house. But I wanted to fix it up and make it my car. That was my dream when I was a kid. And in 1989, he sold it. And I stood there watching with tears rolling down my cheeks as that thing drove off. I guess I wanted to fix it because I was the one that tore it up. But I wouldn't have been able to do that. I wouldn't even have that kind of money. That was my dream as a kid. That's the only thing I can think of. I think I got obsessed with that in my brain. Because I was the one who tore it up. They had an 8-track tape player in that thing. A lot of times they play Creedence Clearwater Revival. Down in the jungle, boom, 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 boom. Down in the jungle. You see Kurt Cobain back there? He started out as a Creedence Clearwater Revival cover band. And you know what? I didn't know that. In 93, late 93 going into 94, or 94 going into 95, I can't remember which one, I bought my mother their Greatest Hits 1 and 2 on cassette. That's back when I still had my cassette club. But then I started playing those things. And I started listening to them, and I thought, his music and grunge don't really sound that much different. Well, then years later, in 2004, when they put out the box set, they had this DVD and some information on the band, and it told in there. And when he started out as a Creedence Clearwater Revival cover band. And I thought, well, I knew he reminded me of CCR. But that's what I was thinking. There's this one song in particular. It sounds so grungy. It's the part 2. If you ever go find Susie Q. And then there's another about something about the water, on the water. If you listen to those two songs, you'll hear some grunge overtones in that. My Wi-Fi keeps getting lost on the freaking PlayStation. I don't know what's going on there. I'm going to move up to intermediate. I may not stick with this game. Indeed, I may do a little of it and then switch over to the Xbox. Do some GTA. I did a little bit this morning and breakfast. I took a mission. And breakfast got ready. You know when I do morning GTA? I gotta try to get off here tonight and go to bed sometime. When it gets closer to 3. I just can't set up another night. One, it's not good because I just got over COVID. You know, you're supposed to get plenty of rest. Now, one thing I was resting. Maybe that's why I ain't wanting to sleep. But I can't tell you how much of when I could sleep, when I wasn't so miserable. I just lay down and I can't sleep. Of course, for 3 days there, it's finally getting out of my legs. But I'm going to tell you a story. This road's always slick. I'm going to tell you a story. The minute it gets out of my legs, I kid you not, this morning, I was turning over, and my knee hung up, and I was asleep, you know, it woke me up. I was turning in my sleep, though, and I pulled my freaking knee. I thought I broke it. Because some reason or other, when I twisted, the knee didn't go with me. And I felt it twisting. That's what woke me up. My girl was screaming, "Oh, God, I broke my leg." My mama come in there. She could hear me. She said, "You probably haven't broke your leg." "Oh, no, I just know I broke my knee." And I got up. I got out my Cobra Commander cane, because that's the only one I got in my room. And then I realized I did hurt it. It's been hurting all day, but it kind of makes me mad, because I just got over that pain in my legs. I mean, just yesterday, I woke up and I told my mama, "Well, I think the pain's finally gone." Of course, I started eating bananas. And you know, COVID, it can lower your potassium in your legs. I have a medicine that does that too, so it happens to me all the time, but I never felt it that bad before. I mean, even this medicine must have not done it as bad as COVID did, because they never hurt that bad before. Oh, I'm running off the road. Yeah, it never hurt like COVID hurt. Indeed, I'd never felt any pain like that in my life in my legs. Indeed, for 3 days I couldn't sleep because of that. Every time I'd lay down, I just couldn't sleep. They hurt so bad. Some lady said hers was actually jumping for like 8 weeks or something like that. One of those people that first got it. Of course, I had Omicron, which they claim Omicron is mild. I would have hated to felt the real freaking thing. Because I'm telling you, Omicron hurt. And I felt like my whole body was under attack. I'm kind of glad, you know, I ain't never liked her, the royal family. But I'm kind of glad the old queen's getting over it, because I kind of felt sorry for her having it. Because I had just got over it right when she got diagnosed. I mean, I just got over it the week before. But you know, she's not really of England. She's really Romanian. They really should call her the Queen of Romania. But she's really not the Queen of England. Their bloodline is of Vlad Tepes. That's how the prince is kin to Dracula. He even goes there 6 months of the year. To the castle. I was praying for the old woman. Even though I view her as that them people ain't good. But I'd say out of the totem pole, she don't have no power. She's just, she's like a celebrity. She's really Romanian. They admit it now. I mean, hell, even old Prince, what's his name? Charles. He embraces his Vlad Tepes roots. So that ain't no conspiracy theory. Just Google it. Vlad Tepes. My family was supposed to be bastardized versions of Henry VIII's bloodline. They actually found that out when they researched it. In other words, we were bastards. Bastard royals. We were bastard royals, y'all. I'm a bastard. I'm a fuck. Almost cussed. I'm a fucking bastard. fucking bastard, right? At least I can joke about it. You gotta have joy and laughter in your life. If you don't, you'll end up being an old. Did y'all catch the looks on Kamala Harris? She used to look so smug. Did y'all see her tonight? I was watching a part of it. I ain't watched the whole thing. I was asleep. Well, before I come in here, that's another reason I was late. I was checking out what Joe Schmo said. Did you hear that bull crap he was talking in Russia? They're acting like they're messing with freaking Saddam Hussein. They ain't messing with Saddam Hussein, y'all. And the only thing that they're going to hurt by all this is the Russian people. That's all he's doing. How'd I get out of it? I hope I ain't playing the replay. I don't want to see the freaking replay. I don't even know what I got into. Go to the museum. Oh, I went to the museum. I don't want to go to the museum. I don't know what's going on. Okay, here we go. Is that the racist? Yeah, that's the racist. I will tell you one thing, though. I don't like that Ukrainian president, but at least he does have balls. I mean, he started the mess, and he's owning the mess. I mean, if you read the history of what's going on, him and Soros and Obama, and all, they've started all this mess. But he did have the balls to, you know, most leaders go hide in an office somewhere. At least he did put on a uniform. So I have to give him that. And all these things on Fox News telling people to go to war, they're invited. Let them go over there and go to war. Savage has been calling for it big time. But Savage gets tired of them people. They steal his stuff. And don't even give him credit. They'll take his sayings or his books. Like he coined liberalism as a mental disorder back then. I was talking about 2005. Pacific blue. I like that color of blue. We're going to get off the politics. I was just talking about the Queen and her. She's starting to recover from the COVID. I don't like talking about politics on my streams. One, these companies ban you. And two, I'm not here for politics. I'm here to play freaking games. It don't feel like it's driving. Is it driving? Oh yeah, it's driving. That one's got a quiet motor. I actually like that. I don't like loud motors. I didn't even know it was freaking driving. I mean, you can hear it, but it's not loud like some of them are loud and obnoxious. I don't like loud and obnoxious. I like quiet. We had our van fixed. They had something wrong with it. Boy, it runs quiet now. I couldn't even hear my freaking radio at times. But now the damn freaking radio don't work. I don't know what the freak's done to the radio. I'm mad. I'm pissed. I'm mad about my radio not working. I do not like loud and obnoxious cars. It makes some noise. But now that they fixed it, runs quiet. It was some noise you could hear rattling in the dash or something. It make a noise. Like, now that they fixed it, it ain't making a noise. Yeah, like I can hear it going, but it runs quiet compared to some of them cars. Some of these I've been driving are really light, and you can feel it in the controller. And I got off the road. So that's the problem. Some cars I can't drive. And I've also noticed, like I collect BB guns. Some guns I can't shoot. But the one I love the most and I can shoot is the 1911. I love the 1911. I can always shoot the 1911. I try to buy the ones with the accurate blowback. You know, the ones that has the blowback that are like the real things, but because I'm in the city. You can't shoot guns in the city. They got that. It's illegal. The city. They're not supposed to, and what these Mexicans do, you hear them go off all the time. They're not supposed to shoot though. But, you know, most of them's illegal anyway, so they're not following the law to begin with. Big portion of them are illegal. They have to be. So many they swarmed in. Like what Joe Biden's doing. They did 30 years ago here in this town. They just busted. Joe Biden's took that to 21st century level. What George H.W. Bush did in the 90s and Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton was president when my daddy saw it, but it was going on before my daddy saw it. It was going on when Herbert was president. I called him Herbert. You know what they call WWW? I called him Herbert. I am back. I say bye to the camera tonight. We'll see. Yeah, I'm going to say bye. Yeah, I'll leave it on for a little bit. I actually got in the right position tonight, so it's not killing my neck. Of course, I pulled the table back a pinch. I actually... oh, by the way, this camera, it's reminiscent of my very first laptop. I bought this... You know that company, whatever they're called, Heartland America? They're real hard to get. I think to get these old throwaway computers. They get these old throwaway computers. In other words, that companies would, when they'd replace them, and they'd boot older versions of Windows on it, like that one was Windows ME. This camera has that very sound that its microphone had. So it sounds like I'm going back to Windows ME. It was a compact 1400 or something like that. Compact 1400. Compact Armada 1400. Indeed, I still have one. I went and found another one for about $80 in 2014. Mine broke to pieces. It had a broken lead on it. It eventually completely broke off of, the screen. I'd originally bought the screen to... Now I thought I was going to take it off and put it on it. But then I decided that I just took my hard drive out. And it was easier to do that. Installed my hard drive in it. Because I had a hard drive installed in it. I put a new hard drive in it. So that's what I did, and I just kept it. Now, it didn't have as much memory as that other one had. But luckily, I had a one that I'd bought for that one, and I stuck it in it. Now, it still don't have as much in it as even it had, because it had a little more built in with it. This one had lower energy built in, or somebody stripped it out of it and replaced it with a smaller one. Because the person that had it, they got it at a warehouse, they bought a warehouse full of junk and it was in there. So they couldn't tell you whether it even worked or not. He told me it does power on, but it don't have a hardware or a hard drive. That was no problem because mine had just broken. It didn't have a lid on it, screen. I already had the Windows and I updated it to XP. Now XP don't run that well on it, but it's on it. I need to get it out and play with it. I haven't played with the Armada in a long time. Challenge in progress. It's raining. Oh, what's she supposed to do? Who's she supposed to shoot? I know, she's getting bullets. She didn't get his head. I don't even know if she's supposed to kill those people. I don't even know who she's killing. Let's see. Oh, okay, she's got to go somewhere. That poor guy died innocently. I killed him innocently. That's evil. She's an evil bitch. Evil woman! Evil woman! Damn, I'm stuck. I was looking for a freaking car. Nothing there. Staircase. Now she's back on ground level. Poor guy died innocently. This is still a car. Oh! Got a fucking gun! I ain't gonna get nobody. It's gonna be like every other mission I take, I'm gonna fail. Used to driving that Sony in. I love that Sony controller. That flag controller is killer. It's smooth, it's precise. I wonder where she goes. Oh, I see her. See, where am I at? Damn it. Schmuck's in my way. I ain't gonna do the camera all the time. I'll just do it every once in a while. I wonder which way she freaking goes. I just trying to pay attention to the map. I only got 16 seconds left, so I'm failed. I failed just like I fail every freaking mission. She didn't even get one person. She didn't even get one person. Yep, I'll try to find some other mission. Parking spot. There we go. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna, because I have to hold my head a certain way. It's aggravating. If I stay right, I can be sloppy and just slouch around. But I try to be kind of, by one time I was sitting on camera and I was holding my mouth and a smile, and somebody actually commented on it. But I was just trying to keep from looking ignorant on the camera. But I ended up looking ignorant on the camera. Okay, let me see if I can get this off, because we'll see you later. I have to still use it. I have to use the microphone. Is that a real parking spot, or is she in the road? No, she's not parking. That's it. It's moving. Is that it? It's close. I'm not close to it. And I'm hitting things trying to look for me. I lost connection, so I had to restart. I failed mission again. Hold on, pause till I get back online. Let me park somewhere where I'm not in the middle of the road. Okay, I should be back online. Let's refresh. I'll rattle off the table.